everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to June's edition of Color Combo Challenge. Now if you've been around my channel for a while, you know that each and every month myself and Gareth Frewer, who has created Home and G, and we started this Color Combo Challenge a couple of years ago, not months, years ago. And we have since added to our group of talented people. So we have Miss Angie from AB Designs, and we have Tony from Kate's Crafty Cottage. Unfortunately, Tony will not be with us this month, but he will be rejoining us next month. So what have I got for you today? Well, our colors were mint green, purple, and cream. And so, using what I have in my stash, I wanted to come up with something that, is a little bit different or whatever. So this is the card that I created. Now the second one we're going to do together is going to be just a little bit different, but it's just a matter of doing cuts and stuff and layering. So for this card we're going to need several pieces, and I'll tell you what they are. We're going to need a card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then we're going to need I'm using the purple first, and it is going to be cut at 4 1/8 by 5 5/8. Nope, 5 3/8. Okay, and then the next piece we're going to be layering on here is cut down to 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. And then the band itself is 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. There's chipboard. And then the next piece is 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And then this piece right here is 2 3/8 by 3 5/8. So let's put it all together, and you'll see what I'm doing with the chipboard. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and attach my card base and make sure that I have my card open to the right side. Because I think if you've made cards before, we've all glued the little mats down on the wrong side from one time or another. Okay. All right. Now, I am going to take some ink next, and I'm going to ink around the edges of my card base. I could have done this beforehand. It doesn't really matter. Since our colors is mint, this is the closest thing that I had to mint was Cracked Pistachio from Tim Holtz Distressed Ink, and it actually looks quite good when you get it on there. It looks pretty much like mint, or close enough for government work. All right. Just add another little layer of color on there on the cream. Okay, so then we're going to put our next layer on here, which is going to go in the middle. Now on this card, like I said, I did it flat, and I decided I didn't want a flat card on this one. So I am out of my double layered, my tape, foam tape, and quite honestly, all I have is small foam dots, and I wasn't into that. So I took some scraps of chipboard that I had left over, and it really does make quite nice backing for your projects. It gives it a good amount of height. So I'm just going to glue that onto there. And then I'm going to glue it onto the card base. You know what? I forgot to do something. I'm just going to outline this in purple. Purple ink, so we're just going to do that very carefully so I don't get my... See, I make mistakes, so you don't have to. Okay, make sure my glue is still wet down there. we're just going to kind of eyeball that in the center. So I can already tell I like this with the dimension on it. Then we're going to take our white strip, and I forgot about this. This strip right here is 1 3/4 inches by 4 1/4. So 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. And I think I'm going to ink this up with the purple as well. Okay, and that is going to go right there on top in the middle. So once you get your pieces out, this card goes quite quickly, but I think it's really cute. It's really pretty because this is where you can really use your pattern paper and make a simple card special just by the pattern paper that you use. Okay. Now if you notice, I did not put glue on the edges here, and I did that on purpose because this is lifted up. I didn't want this to be folded down. I didn't like the way that would look, so I wanted to make sure that I only put glue on the area that was going to lay on paper. Then the next part is my next layer, and I'm going to do the same thing to it. I'm using some chipboard, and I'm going to put it behind there. So this is a great way to use up scraps too, of chipboard and stuff, instead of, you know, don't let it go to waste, and you can use it to give dimension to your projects. Okay, and then our little piece that's going to go on here, let me get that centered. It's going to go on top, and that's going to be glued flat. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball that in the middle there. Now I chose not to put a sentiment on the front of the card just because it was so busy, but I had these really pretty mint green flowers, and I know you can't really tell, but I used stickles on them just to give them a little shine, because you know I'm all about that bling. Okay, and I'm just going to put that in the middle. Now this one was a bigger one. I didn't have another big one, but I think the little one is just as pretty. Now if you want to, you can add some things down here on the side. I didn't do this to the first card, but making sure that I have it going the right way here. Doesn't really matter either way. But I think I'm going to put some little purple buttons on there just to break up some of that mint green and right there. So I'm just going to add a little glue on that. And of course you can embellish it any way you want. You can leave it plain or add something to it. I haven't done the inside of the cards yet because I don't know what it's going to be for, who I'm going to send it to. So, and while I have it out here, I think I'll go ahead and add it to this card as well. And these are just little buttons that came from the Dollar Tree. I've had them for eons. Just adds a little something something to it. Alright, and there you have our cards for the month of June. Cream, purple, mint, and I pretty much stuck to all the colors. I don't have really any colors in there other than cream, mint, and purple. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and joining me. Please do not forget to go over to Create at Home with G and check out what Gareth has for us this month, and also AB Designs, and see what Angie has this month. I know both their work will be beautiful because they do awesome work all the time. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, please make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button over there in the corner. And don't forget to tap the bell when it pops up, and you can be notified each and every time I upload a new video, depending on whether you choose all or not. Alright guys, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!